Working with assets. We have two types of assets, and to get to the assets, first of all, we just go to our assets menu and we go to assets management. In here, you don't select anything here unless you want to see only assets for a particular building, or if you want to see assets for a department, then you select something here. Otherwise, you leave this alone. You go to assets, and from here, you can see that this icon here represents that this asset is a mechanical or electrical asset. But we have two types of assets. If we come to the assets here, we can look in the ad. There's a building element and there's a mechanical electrical asset. Now, to search for a particular asset, we go to the filters here and we're going to say, okay, I know my asset number. So what I'll do is I will find my asset number that I remember, and I'm going to put it in here, and I'm going to search for it. And so this asset is a urinal. Okay. Now, every asset has a lot of attributes here. So, for example, under general, you have property, trade, and all these other things that you can fill in for a particular asset. If this asset is related to elevator, so if this is an elevator, you can fill in the information about the elevator, fire extinguisher, lock boxes, IT equipment, emergency phone data. So all these things can be put in here. The other thing is you can go to remarks. You have a whole page where you can write all that you like to about this asset. There's also information about whether this asset will require a PM, for example. And so you want to make sure that you click yes and you save it for that particular asset. Now you can also do other things in here like life cycles, technical life cycles, and things like that. And all of these things could be very useful down the road, like replacement costs and things like that. Another way to search for a particular asset here is by a description. So I click here and select description, where the description contains, for example, the word mower. And this is going to give me all of the assets that have the word mower on the description field. And so this is how we can find it right away. It's a great idea to store information here. For example, things like filters that are used, the type of tires that you use on a particular asset. Now, if we want to add an asset, all you have to do is click on the add button here and select whether it's a building element or an asset. Building elements can be things like windows, for example, roofs or carpets or anything that you would like to track that is not mechanical or electrical, and you would like to track and you would like to do PMs against it, those kinds of things. Okay, so to add one, for example, I'm just going to add a mechanical electrical asset. I select the building. Let's say that I have one on the beachside dining hall. Click OK. It automatically generates an asset number. Now you can change it if you like, but it should be unique. So if another asset is already using that, then you'll need to make sure you change it. Now, you notice that over here we have a nomenclature for vehicles. We have VE for vehicle and 821 for vehicle number. So if you like to continue that, you're welcome to replace that here. But if not, you can just let it automatically grab the asset name. I'll hit cancel here. I'm not going to save this record. But let's say that I go to this particular asset. You can go to asset details. And in here, you can do some interesting things. Like, for example, you can go ahead and add, for example, an attachment. Let's say that you would like to add something here. It looks like somebody already added attachments to this one. Okay. All you have to do is click on add and you click documents, and then you upload the document that you would like to add. In this case, looks like somebody already added something. So let's see what that looks like. I can click on view here and it opens up a PDF file, and I can see that somebody added some kind of an invoice in here. And so this is great. Okay, so now, so you can see that we can add all kinds of documents here. So again, you just click on add, click on documents, you name the document that you would like to name it, right? And then you can just upload the file that you would like to put in there. You can find the file on your computer and send it. Now the other thing that you can do here is, if you see here, it says you can drag and drop a file. So if you already have a file someplace else, you can just go ahead and drag it and drop it into this area over here. That's it.